Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I'm going to be doing another one of those how-to videos, and I decided to combine two in one. So I'm going to be doing a wing liner and an eyelash application how-to video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go ahead and ring the bell so that you can get a notification of every new video that I post. Also, be sure to go check out the live that I posted on my channel last week. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've zoomed you in a lot closer so that you can go ahead and get a better view of what I'm doing. So today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise All Day liquid eyeliner. This is by far one of my favorite eyeliners I think I've ever used, and I've gone through several eyeliners, but for sure I think this is my favorite because it's easy application, black, and it lasts all day, and that's exactly what I need, and we're good to go. So this is what the tip looks like. It's just a felt tip, and let's go ahead and get started. Disclaimer before I get into the wing liner, this is what works for me and my eye shape. If this is something that you try to accomplish and it doesn't look the same, it's because everyone has different eye shapes, and I think this is just a shape that I've gotten, or the shape that I've found that works for me specifically. So I'm gonna start by, I'm gonna be holding a mirror right here too, but I'm gonna try not to get it in the shot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take from the outer corner of my eye to the point of my eyebrow. I'm gonna be drawing a line. Now I'm not gonna be connecting the two. If that's what you're into, that's fine. That's just not what I'm into. So we're not gonna do that today. I usually like to take it out the length of the felt tip. So if that's the length of the felt tip, maybe take it a little farther out. So I'm gonna start by figuring out where I want the length of that wing liner to be and placing my felt tip and just dragging it towards the very point of my eye. And when I get the length that I'd like, I go to the other side and do the same thing. Now, because this is a brand new eyeliner, the tip of it is just giving me a lot of pigment, so I'm gonna go back in and just make it a sharper tip. And you can also remember that you can go back in and clean it yourself if you aren't necessarily content with the sharpness, which, to be honest, that's typically what I do. This is going to be some dramatic wing liner today. It's alright, it's alright. I'm just gonna go to a soccer game and have dramatic wing liner. Why not? Okay, moving on. Now I want to connect my wing. So again, taking the very tip of it, and I'm not gonna go all the way to the outer point to drag it in, but I'm gonna go in a little closer to the point of my eye, if you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna drag it back down and connect the line from the tip to my eyelid, but I'm not gonna go all the way to where the tip is because I don't want to make the tip that large. So I'm gonna take it a little lower and then drag it in. It's honestly best if you you use something that you're in full control of. I think for beginners, I really do recommend felt tips, because the other kinds of tips, here, let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. This. Okay. This is a liquid tip, but it's like a brush. This is just the most difficult thing to use, even for me, and I literally wear wing liner every single day, and I've honestly gotten to the point where I can do it in 2 minutes and I'm fine. Even that, that brush tip for me is so difficult to use. Okay, so now you can see that there's areas where I'm not filled in. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna fill those before I adjust the shape. And now I'm just gonna go in and just fill in the areas where I just want a little more fullness of my wing. So as you saw, I just dragged on a little thicker. I do like how that wing looks. It's very dramatic, but it's very nice. So you can see just how intensely pigmented this eyeliner is. And when I say that it lasts all day, it lasts all day. And even when I'm like touching up my makeup throughout the day, sometimes I'll put eyeshadow on top. Not eyeshadow on top, but like let's say I want to deepen the crease of my eyeshadow, I can then go back in with my liner and put it over already laid down liner, and it doesn't get cakey, it doesn't like patch off. So this is one of my favorite eyeliners, and I think it's like $7.99 at the drugstore, which honestly, like, here's the thing. Again, why pay for expensive things when you can get good things at the drugstore for cheap? Because a Kat Von D liner is great, but you know what? In comparison to this, it's expensive, and this is just as good. So, that's just my opinion, but you know, whatever. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So I think one of the trickiest things about wing liner is getting it even on both sides. Because let's be honest, what often happens is this. They both look really good, but really different. I think definitely doing your wing liner with the opposite hand is something that you'll have to get used to, but honestly, again, practice just makes perfect. Just keep practicing and practicing and practicing, and soon enough, you'll be a pro at it yourself, you know? But I think just getting some helpful tips and tricks is also very, very useful. So, okay, here we're looking a little different. This one is thicker than this one, but you know what? It's all easily adjustable, you know? It's nothing out of the ordinary that I have to do anything crazy for. And here's the best part. You know what? They look close enough. I like how they look. Maybe I'm just gonna make this one a little thicker towards the point of my eye. All right, perfect. Now here's also a catch. Eyelashes cover any mistake humanly possible. And I will leave you all with that. I sometimes don't have the best looking eyeliner, but I got some pretty nice, thick, and voluminous lashes, and you know what? It does the job, so that's all I'm saying. You didn't hear it from me. Okay, so now for the cleanup of your wing liner. If you're wanting to make it extra sharp and extra clean at the very, very edges, it's very, very simple to do. I am just gonna take some concealer, and I'm gonna take a just very, very, very flat brush, just like this, with a straight across edge. I find it's easier to do with this than it is with an angled edge, so I'm just going to take a very, very minimal amount of this because, again, I already have powder on my face. I don't want to put any cream and disturb the product underneath, so just going to like rub it on the back of my hand enough that I have some color payoff, but not like too much moisture on my brush. So again, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to run it along the edge of that initial wing that we first drew. And you know, you can use this to adjust the shape, and I'm not adjusting the shape, I'm just making it extra clean and bright. That way you can see a very, very noticeable difference, or noticeable comparison between how bright it is under there and then how sharp that line is. It just makes it look extra sharp. But you can also use this to adjust the shape. Let's say that you're doing your wing liner before you do the rest of your face. You can always use a makeup wipe and make those edges as sharp as possible, although it's not necessarily very easy to do when you're taking your your makeup wipe wrapped around your finger and cleaning it. It doesn't give you that like nice of a sharp look. Okay, so that's it for wing liner, really. I think that you'll only get very, very good at it if you practice. You know, no one's a natural at wing liner. We're not like born doing wings on ourselves, so that would be cute. All right, so today I'm going to be using some lashes that I got from Ulta. These are the this is a plush lashes. It was on sale, and we love a good sale, and the lashes are cute, so why not? All right, so these are what the lashes look like. They're just synthetic lashes. These will be cute. All right, to prep my eyelashes before applying some fake lashes on, I'm going to take my trusty eyelash curler, and I'm not going to curl them very, very much, but I do like to curl just a tiny, tiny bit. Usually I like to go towards like the very, very base and curl that way so they don't look like crunchy. Just give it like 1 or 2 squeezes. That's it. On the other side. Ooh. One or 2 squeezes. And that's good enough because I hate eyelash curlers. They freak me out. It's like some Final Destination crap. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull my lashes off of the plastic. Now the best way to do this is if you just take your hand underneath just like that and push outwards so that it's like folded this way, if you can see what I'm saying, and then grab from the very, very center. So here, I'll show you. So from the very, very center of the lash and just start to pull it off. That way you're not just like pulling off only on the edge and then it's like disrupting the shape. If you're pulling in the very, very center, you're just making them more curled, if you know what I mean. So like that doesn't affect the shape of the eyelash whatsoever. Sometimes these things are just like way too attached to these plastics and they make it so difficult for you to peel it off, and it's like, do you want me to wear these or not? All right, so now I'm just going to take some duo eyelash glue and I'm going to apply the glue to the lashes, and I'm going to let them sit while I apply my mascara. So the way that I like to apply my glue is I just like to squeeze some of it out. It's very good. There you go. Squeeze some of it out just like that, and then it's going to just like hang out on the very, very tip of it and just brush it along the edge of that lash line and make sure you're just giving an even application all throughout. If you would want to apply just a little bit extra, apply it to the tips. Those are the parts that disconnect themselves the very, very most. Do the same thing to the other side. This glue dries down clear. Now you could get a glue that dries down black, but clear or black would be best. I just don't know, do they have glues that like just stay white? Because that's not very cute, but that's all right. Black or clear. Now I put way too much on that. Let's just, alrighty. Okay, so I'm gonna let that get as tacky as possible because it is so much easier to apply when your lash glue is not like just smearing around your eye. Trust me, let them sit. At this time, I'm going to be applying mascara. I'm going to be using my Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, so my soft box is taking a little break for the rest of the show. I think she just needs to cool down the rest of the show, the rest of the video. She just needs to cool down. It's fine. That's why my lighting changed. Just wanted to let you guys know that. All right, now that I feel like my eyelashes have gotten enough time to sit and get tacky, I'm going to take lash and I'm going to grab it from the very, very middle, just like that. You could do this with tweezers. I prefer not to. I feel like I have more control with my fingers. So take it from the very, very center, and that's exactly how you're gonna apply it to your lid, your lash line. Apply it in the center and then connect the edges. Here, I'll get as close as I can. Apply to the center and then connect the edges just like that. You can adjust as long as it's still, the glue is still, you know. Here, now I'm going to grab some tweezers just to connect the inner corner because I feel like the inner corner is always the one part that gives you like the most amount of trouble. One really great thing to do is just to connect your lashes with the fake lashes, and that I do like to do with a tweezer. Okay, so I went in and I applied the other lash. At this point, what I like to do is I just like to take my fingers and then just squeeze my lashes together. Same thing on both sides. Ooh. I'm still getting used to this Better Than Sex mascara, so it's just, honestly, I feel like it's just so messy. It's like all the way up on my brow. What does that even happen? Just gonna take this little concealer brush and dab that out. Okay, so now what you can do so that you have like a nice clean line when you close your eyes is go back with your wing liner and just go right, or like adjust any like divots that might have gotten created, or just any little bumps. Just go in over and just run it across and just give yourself that nice clean look. That way that it looks nice and your lashes look well put together. At this point you can go ahead and you can add bottom lash or bottom mascara, eyeliner to your waterline. You can pretty much add anything you want at this point, but you do want to go ahead and make sure that prior to applying your lashes and your wing liner you already have eyeshadow. But after this you can apply your bottom liner, bottom lashes, bottom mascara, anything that you, not bottom lashes, I mean if you want to apply bottom lashes, that's alright, that's a look, honey. But I am done for now. This is pretty much the farthest that I'm gonna get with my eyeliner and lashes. And that's it for this week's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little how-to. Like I've said in the past, I do want to start doing these more often. So if there's anything that you guys in particular would like to see, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. As well as leaving a comment down below about what you would like to see. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and then ring the bell so that you can get a notification of every new video that I post. I will also be leaving my Instagram handle down below, so you can go follow me there. And I'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone.